What's good everyone, welcome back to another video on the YouTube channel, and as you can tell by the title, this is going to be about a 150k challenge that I passed trading futures. As most of you know, I'm a forex trader, but I do have models around trading indices, especially Nasdaq, because I like how precise you can get in price action. So trading indices, you can get really precise on algorithmic theory and what is actually going on in the market, and that's really how I like to trade them. So how I described myself in the boot camp regarding Forex, that's exactly how I trade, but when it comes to indices, you'll see from this video how I really like to trade on the 1 minute time frame. So I received the account credentials on Wednesday, so that's when I bought the account, and I passed on Thursday, so it's this day, and I got my live account on Friday, and I currently have a $8,000 payout pending. So I'll attach a screenshot of all that on the screen right now. So essentially I passed in 1 day, and then I got the live account on Friday, and now I have an $8,000 payout. So this video is just going to be about how I passed the account, and then once I receive the payout, I will make a video about obviously me receiving the payout and that being paid, but I will show you all the screenshots on the screen right now. So if you guys have got any video ideas or recommendations, make sure to leave a comment down below, because I will be uploading every Sunday. And I want to say a huge thank you to all the new subscribers as well. We're nearly at 10,000 subscribers, so it does mean a lot to me. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do so. So let's get into the video. So this part of the video, I'm going to teach you guys about gaps and what actually happened on this weekly range and how we can utilize the weekly range. So that's going to be part 1 of the video, and part 2, I'm going to show you guys my trade that I took. So if we look at the DXY, you can see that Monday made the low of the week, and then we traded higher on Thursday. So what is this already? It's a Monday low of the week, and it is a classic buy week. Trade up higher, Thursday caps the weekly range, and Friday trades into the range. So Friday, this is a good day to trade. Why? Because this is a TGIF setup. So what happens on TGIF? TGIF basically is when price trades back and rebalances the weekly range. So this was Monday low, Thursday caps it, Friday trades back into it. And you can see we have a much larger sell-off. Price goes past the 0.3 and the 0.2. If you want to play it safe and book your profits early, you will take it at 0.3 and 0.2. So a lot of people asked for me to use the crosshair because they couldn't see my mouse, so I'm going to use the crosshair. So hopefully it's helping you guys to see what I'm pointing at better. But you can see price trades back into 0.2 and 0.3, and we trade past it. So Thursday was the day I traded, but this was a bullish week. So how can you guys identify that it's going to be a bullish week? So we can identify when price action is going to be a bullish or bearish week just by looking at price action alone. But there is always external factors when you're trading indices or when you're trading the DXY, because obviously you can't trade the DXY, but it is a barometer. So we use this as a intermarket analysis market. If it goes higher, we are looking to sell indices and we're looking to sell foreign currencies. If it goes lower, we're looking to buy foreign currencies and buy indices. But this week we were just grinding up higher. And you can see this week price action was just trading higher. So we were building up orders. But how can you identify the price was going to trade up higher like this? This is where a gap comes into play. So this is a bullish gap. As you can see, price opened here and we traded lower. Once we open like this now becomes a sensitive area for price action. So we can come back into here because we've only given buy side delivery. So there was no delivery going on inside of this gap. You can see it's a complete void. So what does the algorithm do? It gaps lower and we trade up immediately and we fill in this gap. Once you fill in this gap, we start trading higher. This is because this gap is supporting price to trade higher. This is a bullish gap, and vice versa if we gap up, and that will support price to continue lower. So as we had a bullish gap, that's what supported price to go higher. And if we look to the left a bit, you can see we made this gap. So once we made this gap, price immediately traded lower. We traded lower, then we made another gap, and you can see it's the same gap. However, this gap was delivered to sell side delivery. So once we delivered the sell side, price kept on trading lower. So as I said, once we gap higher, as we did here, this is the gap up, price rebalances and we trade lower. and we get lower and we trade higher. So once we made this gap, there was only sell side delivery being made. Well, how do we rebalance this area? This is by delivering buy side. So these green candles are delivering buy side, and now this range is balanced. And this range is still unbalanced because we've only got buy side delivery. So how can we rebalance this? Is for price to come back into here and deliver sell side delivery. So I know this is kind of confusing, or it might be a bit advanced for some people, but I'm going to go over some diagram examples and it should clear a few things up. While I was trading on NASDAQ, I was trading the Thursday. So this up move that we had, this is where I was looking to sell. This is because I was aiming for price to fill in this void. Once we filled in that void, I was looking to take my profits off, and then price traded up higher on a Friday, and I will go over my trade once the payout lands. So let's look at a template of how you can identify bullish and bearish gaps. So as I said before, how we can identify a bullish gap is when we gap lower. So this is the price action right here. We have a down candle, and then we have another down candle down here. So there is a void that price action's made right here. And to rebalance this, we need to offer buy side delivery. So this is the buy side delivery going into price action. And once we have rebalanced this, this is where price can continue to trade higher in its bullish order flow. Because how can we identify order flow? I've taught this in my bootcamp. It's when down close candles are being respected to treat price to continue going higher. And obviously I go into much more detail in my bootcamp, and it is completely free on my YouTube channel, so you guys can check that out. But this is how a bullish gap forms, and this is what we saw on DXY from a technical standpoint, that price action was being supported to go higher. So how can we rebalance this? Because there's only been buy side delivery. So what do I mean by buy side delivery? So there's no delivery at all, and then we have up close candles going into this gap, and that's closing in the buy side being offered inside of the market. And then to rebalance it, we need to offer sell side going into the market. So once the sell side is being offered, that'll be a balanced price range inside of here, and then we can look for price to go into there to support price going lower or going higher. So that's how we can utilize bullish gaps. And now let's go over bearish gaps. So this is how bearish gaps form. We have an up close candle, and then we gap up, and we have another up close candle. So we have gapped up. So this is the gap that we have made. As we made this gap, for price to rebalance this area, we need to offer sell side, and this candle that trades into it offers sell side. So once we continue to trade lower, and up close candles are supporting price to continue lower. If we want to reverse here and we stop supporting up close candles, this is where we can look for this range to be balanced. Once it's been balanced, we can look for this gap to support price to continue going lower, or if it wants to continue going higher. So that's how we can use bullish and bearish gaps. Now let's go over the trade that helped me pass this challenge. So I was trading the NASDAQ, and you can see on Monday we opened up and price traded higher. So I was looking to sell on Thursday because we made the SMT with YM. So I'm going to show you guys that right now. So over here I have the chart of YM. So you can see this is Monday. The YM has been trading out of sync with the DXY and indices market. However, I was still using it as an SMT. So this was Thursday, and you can see NASDAQ took out these highs on Thursday and YM failed to do so. So I was still using this as an SMT barometer. And this was one of the reasons why I was looking to sell on NASDAQ. And once we had this as a confluence with DXY, because I was bullish on Thursday, this would support NASDAQ to seek lower prices. If we look right here, this is where we took the buy side liquidity out on Thursday, and we had a sharp reversal. So prices traded lower, and we came back into this fair value gap. Inside of this fair value gap, we have these two down close candles. So what are these? These will support price to go lower because they are our bearish breaker. So once price trades into them, we make an SMT with the S&P 500. So on the screen right now, I'll post the SMT that was made right here. And once we made this SMT, that was another confluence for me to look to trade a short position. And we had this gap right here. So once we filled in this gap, I was looking for price to continue lower and take out these equal lows that we made here. So fractally, this is a huge market maker sell model. This is the original consolidation. smart money reversal, and this is the low risk sell on the hourly chart. Obviously I wasn't trading the hourly chart, I was trading the 1 minute, but I'm going to go over the 15-minute chart now, and we're going to go over the fractal. Okay, so on the 15-minute chart, you guys can see we trade into the 1 hour bearish breaker, and this is where we make the SMT. Once we make the SMT, I'm looking for price to trade lower, and I'm going to be selling every time we trade into a fair value gap. And I took profit just around here before we reached the equal low, because I wanted to be in and out of the position, and obviously I hit my profit target that was needed to pass the account. So after the 15-minute chart, I moved on to the 1 minute. You can see right here, this is where the SMT was made, and I was not trading this fractal. I was just looking for price to continue lower and take out this low. So once it takes out this low, I'm going to be looking for a continuation for price to keep trading lower. And I'll show you guys where I entered, and we're just going to watch the price action as it trades lower. So this fair value gap right here, this is where I sold short. My stop loss was above this candle's high because I did not expect us to trade any higher inside of this gap, because it was looking to run lower very quickly and very aggressively, and my take profit was around here, and I risked around 1.5%, and I was aiming for around here until I passed the account. And you can see when I entered, the price started to trade lower. So I will attach a screenshot on the screen right now of my position, and you can see as we get into here, this is where I started to take profit, and then price reached those equal lows it was seeking. So this was the trade that helped me pass the 150k challenge. I will be uploading a video of how I got the $8,000 payout as well. But as you can see, this is how I passed in 3 days, and I got to an 8k payout. It's very simple the way I trade. I preach it on my YouTube channel. If you guys have been studying me for a while, you'll know how I trade. And this is one of the setups that I do like to take. And I've given you guys countless models of me trading the NASDAQ, and I've been seeing a lot of you guys find success trading them, so which is great to see. And if you guys have any more video recommendations or any topics you would like me to cover, make sure to leave a comment down below. And if you've made it this far into the video, leave a comment of a gem emoji so I know you watched it up to here. And as always, thanks for watching.